Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to talk about the 5 domains of health: mental, physical, spiritual, social, and emotional. And I just want to take a few minutes to do a positive discussion on the times that we're going through now, and to point out one positive thing that I can see coming from what we're all going through. In the domains of health, you have mental, physical, spiritual, social, and emotional. And it's important for your overall well-being to keep those 5 domains in balance. Your overall well-being consists of the balance of those. And when any one of those is out of balance, it can affect your health, your physical health. They all circle back to physical health, but they're all interdependent. And right now, we're going through some extraordinary times, which play on many different parts of our health, especially our social health, our spiritual health, and our mental health. And then it can affect your physical health either which way solely. You could be working out more because of this time, or you could be working out less. But the one thing that we know for mental, physical, or mental, spiritual, and emotional health is it has, in some way, started to be negative. How you spun it matters. But it started in a negative way by diminishing our social health, for instance, with social distancing. In life, we all have places we want to go, places we want to be. We have a direction we want to travel, whether we were given that direction by our parents or we have chosen that direction. We have a vague destination of what we're striving to do, or maybe we have a really specific thing we want to accomplish, or just your day-to-day, your predictable path that you know you're going to wake up and you're going to do this. Some of us have a day-to-day predictable path, and some of us have a day-to-day predictable path that is filled with specific goals and accomplishments that we want to have. And we have all suddenly had those goals, accomplishments, the day-to-day path come to a halt. And most of us were okay with the direction we were traveling and the consistency and predictability of that path. Predictability brings comfort for people, being able to predict your situation. And now, where we were going, our plan has been interrupted. But that's life. We all might have an idea of where we're going to go, but you do not know what tomorrow holds. So life is never a straight line. There are bumps and turns and hard elbows in life. We all know that. It's the same for everyone. So your normal life, even though you might have a plan, has bumps, hard lefts, hard rights, and windy roads that sometimes completely take you away from where you intended to go, never to go back to that place again, but you went off in a different direction because life steers the course. You have an idea you're going forward, but the roads that life lays down are the roads that you have to take, and you don't know which path you'll be bumped onto. That's everyday life. Because we were all simultaneously shocked into changing our paths all at the same time, which is an unprecedented event in recent history, it was extremely shocking, upsetting, and unfathomable. one thing that stays consistent is that was just life. And while your direction may not be the direction that you're going in right now, the direction you thought yesterday, life hasn't stopped. Life is still going. And in 10 years from now, 20 years from now, a few months from now, you'll look back and realize the majority of us, life didn't stop. Our path changed. And the uniqueness of this that is positive is that the path changed for almost everyone simultaneously. And the direction that they were shot off on, that is always there, different bends, speed bumps, turns, U-turns, but this time, the direction that we were all shot off on is the same exact path, which is what is phenomenal, unprecedented, and extraordinary. It's never the same goal for the God-given world to do. But right now, there's this extraordinary thing happening where our ideas, our plan for tomorrow has been changed or paused or halted or completely stopped forever. For instance, my daughter's graduation from high school, the class of 2020. Everyone has heard by now the limbo that they're in and the graduation that never happened, those topics, and college for next year that they're just talking about and then just saying may not even happen. Next year's college may never happen. Not the way it's planned to happen. However, for those children, they don't know any different. They haven't had that yet experience. They're just living life, and it's life. It's bumps, it's turns, it's curves, and then 10 or 20 years from now, when they look back, or 10 months or a year, life, for most of them, went on as normal, just a different road. And something they handled, their plan changed. And that happens every day for everyone in the world. You get lucky if your daily plan stays how you wanted it. If you start out a day with an accomplishment and a goal, and you set these goals for today, and you were ambitious, and at the end of the day, they actually happen, and you hit every goal on your list, that's a great day. But that's not every day. But the really extraordinary thing about today's times, where our mental, spiritual, and social health has taken this unprecedented change, is that the change, the path it was shot off on, is a trajectory that every human is supposed to be on at the same time now. And that's kind of unique, and that's one of the positive things to celebrate. We've never all been pulled together simultaneously that I can remember to do the same exact thing for the common good of the world, not your town, your country, your family, your continent, but the whole world. So that's a pretty amazing thing that we are all collectively doing together, even though we didn't plan it, we didn't even want it. We may not still even want it, but it is a positive thing that we are doing. So that's something to think about, something to ponder, something to celebrate. While all the reasons why are not good, but what we are doing is good because it is cohesive, it is socially bonding even without physically connecting, it is mental health, doing the same thing, bonding without physically connecting, and it is even on a spiritual level, connecting without physically bonding. And that is another amazing, extraordinary thing that is happening because of this path we were deviated down. It took us all off of our path at the same exact time almost, relatively speaking. So I'd like you to think about that and think about that positive action that has come. I guess I should say a positive reaction to what has come from the situation we've been put in. So I want you to smile about that because it is pretty cool. And I want you to work on those 5 domains of health: mental, physical, spiritual, social, and emotional. Each one of them create your well-being. And your well-being is what we talk about when it pertains to your overall health. And what I do, what I study, what I share is tutorials on how to get to the best overall well-being. And I live by the principles of those 5 domains of health. And I just wanted to share with you today a pretty extraordinary thing and positive thought that can come from what we are all going through with social distancing throughout the world. And use that, build upon that, do things that pertain to that, that use the concept of social distancing. Do positive things, positive reactions that cause positive chain reactions in your society. So it's a neat thing that I thought of that comes from the situation that we're in. Anyway, I appreciate you listening, and I hope you share the thought and concept, and I hope that makes your day a little better. Have a wonderful day.